Good morning. So today we're going to talk about using the slide stop to drop the slide when I'm doing an emergency reload instead of power stroking. Now both methods are fine. I like using the slide stop for it because it's faster. So basically I'm at slide lock. I shimmy the gun in my hand, drop the magazine. I fix my grip as I come to my workspace. Index a fresh magazine. Flag my firing hand thumb. Roll the gun. Use my support hand thumb to drop the slide, establish my grip, and present to the target. So the question is, why did I use my support hand thumb instead of my firing hand thumb? I like systems that work across platforms. I can obviously do it with my Glock and various other pistols using my firing hand thumb, but I also run 1911s, and the slide stop on a 1911 is further up on that slide. My firing hand thumb will not reach it, short of me doing some goofy grip change to be able to reach it, and I don't want to do that. So for that reason, I use my support hand thumb to drop the slide because it works for every pistol that I shoot. It works for my striker fire guns, and it works for my 2011s and 1911s where my firing hand thumb won't reach that anyway. So for that reason, commonality of doing something across platforms. Striker fire, 1911s. The second reason we opt to use our support hand thumb, it's because anytime I'm loading an AR-15, I beer can the magazine, I insert into the mag well with my support hand thumb, I hit that bolt release, and I then establish my grip on the rifle. So again, across platform commonality. Works for my striker fire guns, 1911s, and also for my AR-15s. So it's obviously better to use the same technique across platforms, so I don't have to think about it. The third reason is, I've seen this maybe twice in class. If I have a timer on, people tend to do this. When they're inserting the magazine, they drop the slide stop using their firing hand thumb prematurely. So the handgun is not loaded because they dropped that slide stop maybe a tenth of a second too early and no chambering of the round. And I also don't like inefficiency. So I don't like bringing my thumb down and up and establishing my grip. I want to make it as simple as possible so I don't do anything, any additional work when I'm doing something. I want to keep it as easy as possible and simple as possible and less work and less inefficiencies. So for that reason, I insert the magazine in the gun, roll it, drop it with my support hand thumb. I will never have an incident where I've not loaded the firearm because I first have to establish my grip to do that and the magazine's already in. Works for my 1911s and 2011s, and it's a similar thing that I do when I'm loading an AR-15. So again, remember that thumb has to be flagged when I do it because I don't want to have the thumb down here when I'm dropping that slide. Now my thumbs are crossed and it's not a good grip. So anytime I'm using this technique, my thumb is flagged, I establish my grip and I'm good to go. So those are the three reasons we use the support hand thumb to drop that slide. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. .561 screwed up on one of the rounds. One a little high. Completely stock. Glock 19, stock trigger, stock connector, with an in-4 slide on it and HD sights. That's probably what this is.